Alright, Leo, bear with me. I'm having allergy issues today. I've mentioned it in a few videos already. It's probably my cats. But I went ahead and wrote a few things down actually last night. And it's like, take a deep breath, honestly. For whoever this message is for, just take a deep breath. I would, but I can't breathe through my nose, so it would be mouth breathing. You could even have a mouth breather here. Are you a mouth breather? Maybe when you sleep? Or someone here is a mouth breather. Could be due to allergies or their nose being stopped up. But yeah, take a deep breath. So here's what I'm getting for you guys. Whatever's going on, whatever's taking place right now, I think it definitely has to do, or it's affecting a connection that you have with someone. You're going to learn a lot from this situation, a lot. And if this isn't you, your person, the one on your mind, they're about to learn a whole lot with a situation involving you or a situation involving someone else, and somehow you're kind of connected to it. It's I mean, whoever this is that's going to be learning is definitely going to come out with a lot more knowledge than they went into it with. It's probably not going to be easy, but it's necessary for someone's growth. I do think that a relationship is going to be strained, if it's not already, and this could actually be due to the person sabotaging themselves. Like they are just hell-bent on a path of just self-destruction, whether they even are conscious of it or not, you know, and that could be affecting the connection with you. Or it's maybe they have another person, which I picked up in Gemini's, that is making sure they drive a wedge or really affect this person. So yeah, I think if somebody wants to be let go, I would let them go. If somebody wants to destroy themselves, I don't really even know what else to tell you other than, what are you going to do? Force them not to? Beg them not to? I think someone's not in a great place in their life right now, and they don't really care who it's affecting. They definitely don't care if it's affecting themselves, even if they act like they do. I don't think that they do, because they don't realize it. And I think you would probably benefit to, this is going to sound awful, but like stay out of it or stay away from it as much as you possibly can for the next little bit. And it's because the energy, it's like really intense. It's really intense, you know. It reminds me of Euphoria. Like, I can't watch Euphoria. I can't watch it, but there are clips that I've seen of episodes in the show Euphoria, and I'm like, God, I wouldn't even want to film that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even want to record that, because you can just feel the anger. You can feel the hatred and the struggle, and it's just, if I was even the director, it would affect me. You know how you hear about movies, like scary movies that people shoot, and they talk about the actors feeling haunted after that, like in The Shining, or in Poltergeist, or even The Exorcist. You know, sometimes these people will feel haunted or have like illnesses afterwards because it's just a lot of freaking energy. Emily Rose, the exorcism of Emily Rose, things like that. I feel like someone here is being highly affected by something they're consuming, a person they're around, people they're around, an environment, the company they're keeping, and it's something that you're best to stay away from. Or whoever's doing this, and maybe someone's wondering here, why aren't they staying away from me, not talking to me? Well, it's for that reason. It's because it's too damn much, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this could be due to another standing in the way, maybe even an individual sabotaging themselves, yeah. It's possible even an individual has someone in their ear, like buzzing, like zzz, you know, planting little seeds here and there, like influencing. Someone here is being influenced. It could be not a person. It could be by entities. It could be by alcohol. It could be by drugs. It could be they're being influenced in a negative way. And it's going to creep up on them. You know what I mean? It will creep up on them. It's a negative environment. I'm telling you, somebody's in a negative environment. There they are. And it's not that they can't get out of it. They've kind of allowed it. They're putting themselves in it. However, in some situations, you can have somebody who's going down physically because they're in a negative environment, but not because they've put themselves there, but because they're dealing with someone whom is in the environment who's putting everyone else through it. It's like they're going through it and they don't care who it's affecting. And so it's affecting someone else or several other people, and this person just doesn't care as long as they're doing what they want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how else to say this message. It's you may even have like a hidden rival. You may have someone here that you're going to see. I'm telling you, you're gonna learn something. You're gonna see it and it's gonna hurt. I feel like it's really gonna fucking hurt. It's going to knock you off a bit, because you're going to see that someone here probably really doesn't care, really doesn't support you, really doesn't want you to succeed, yet they can hold space and have love for people who don't give any shits for them, don't care for them at all. And meanwhile, you are genuine. You have been genuine in someone's life, and you're going to realize that this person, they don't care. I mean, you know, to their defense, it's kind of impossible for them to genuinely care. They don't care about the other people either. They can't care about anybody right now because they don't even care about themselves. They're on a fast track to self-destruction. They are sabotaging their future. They're sabotaging themselves. They're sabotaging their... And they don't see it like that. I'm telling you right now, it's like they have blinders on, like those horses or even birds that you see with the you know, it's like eye coverings on. They don't, they're not seeing it. And I got that very specifically in Gemini's. You definitely want to watch Gemini's message, and it can be disheartening, you know. I think you could even have an individual here who they chase like some sort of high in it, whether it's an actual drug or they're chasing the high of love, but it's never actually love, is it? Is it? They're not alone and single long enough. They're chasing a high. They don't realize that they really are love themselves. They are needing it from others and another. And I think that it's just like one lesson after the next. You will have the lessons because they're not learning them. I don't know if they will eventually. I'm not God. They might. I hope so. But for now, I think you're actually going to have the wake up calls, or the epiphanies, or the aha moments, you know. And maybe this is past tense for some of you. Like, you had to let a person go in the past because they were on a fast track to self-destruction, and maybe you also were, and you're like, we were just not good for each other. Or maybe you weren't, you were already kind of put together, but you had to separate, you know. If that's the case, for those of you it's already happened, that person's looking at you now like almost in jealousy, like, how are you where you are now, and this and that, you know. But it's because you got your shit together, you got your life together, you focused, and you would have taken this person along with you, but they were too busy destroying themselves. And at the time, you might have been too, for some of you, but you wanted out of that. And now they could be like mad at you, you know what I mean, for like doing better in life. Somebody could be mad at you for doing better in life, and they don't want you to forget where you came from, or they don't want you to forget who you were. And it's like, trust me, I'll never forget. That's why I talk about it all the time. You think I'm gonna forget? Why would I forget? I'm thankful for it. I wouldn't be where I am today had I not experienced those things, you know. I think you're going to need to cut off a connection. That's what I think. I think you're going to need to lose a connection with somebody and let go. completely, if you haven't already. And if this is not you, you could be on the outside somehow, but you're still connected to this. There's somebody that you love. You could even love both of them. You know, it could be two friends of yours, family members, I don't know. And one of them, if they get a little distant or they start acting a little, you know, it's because they've had enough. And you can't fault them for that. It's abuse at this point. Like, I feel like someone's been put through abuse and they've had enough. I mean, they have boundaries. Somebody here has boundaries now. You have boundaries. Someone here has boundaries. And eventually people get to a place where it's like, you know, you're gonna poke me enough. You're gonna push me away enough that I'm not going to come back. You're gonna push me enough, push me away enough. You're going to try. It's like someone here is like, they sabotage the real love. They run from the real love. They don't work on that one. They don't work on those. They take from those. And then they give to the wrong ones. And it's like, I can't make you see it, you know? Some of you are definitely going to cut off a connection with a person. It's just not healthy. You can't do it. And also, you may cut off a connection with somebody because there's an individual around them that you know is fake. You know is fake, and you know is maybe just coming in to try to use them, or maybe get information on the family, or you know what I mean, something like that. And so you may be like, look, I'm gonna stop coming around. You got them, and you can have them. I mean, I feel like I feel like somebody's gonna get hurt that doesn't deserve to get hurt. It makes me want to hug you. It makes me want to be like, damn. You know what I mean? And or somebody here who's like changed their life completely, and then it's just like one thing after the next, and they're tired of that shit, and they're like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. But then people get mad at them for being done, and it's like, why are you mad at me for being done? Of course I am. And the fact that you don't want me to be says a lot about you and nothing about me. The fact that you think I should still put up with your shit, the fact that you think that I should just be like a punching bag. No, I wouldn't want anybody to put up with that shit with me either. It's about tough love. Get your shit together. And if you can't because you don't see it, then okay, you don't see it then. But, you know, someone's learning a valuable lesson about maybe not giving someone too many chances to use you. So many chances to not really be there, not really care. And again, some of them, it's not their fault at this point because they don't even realize that they really don't love themselves. They're just chasing a feeling. It's like, I'm hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. Sugar. Someone's on a sugar high. Could even be high all the time. But if not, it's on like a love high, a lust high. It's not real. It's not fucking real. They think it's this way with this one. Well, they thought the same thing about the one before, and this and that. They picked the wrong friends. It very much is Gemini's message, but a little different. Because I feel like someone here is fed up. I feel like it's you, but you can reverse it. It's like, I'm done. But then you are going to be looked at as like the bad guy, or you know, then you're going to have people don't like you to let go. People don't like you to let go. They don't like you to take your power back and say no, or to be like, you know, they don't. And then like you're the one in the wrong for doing it, although they pushed you to that, and they don't see it. It's just easier to blame you. Like somebody here is a scapegoat. It's a scapegoat, and it's like, okay, well, whatever you're saying to me, I hope you turn all of that around and say it to everybody else in the family too, or say it to everybody else in your friend group. Everything that you're holding me to, every standard you're holding me to, hold that to everybody else. Meanwhile, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that. I feel like somebody's turning their back on a connection, or it's already happened, and then you have somebody who's jealous about it and like hating on someone for it. Like, you know what? We used to be really close, and fuck them. They think they're better, and it's like, no. I love myself. And you never loved me. You never cared. You used me to be able to do your little things, to be able to have some sort of gratification. You used me in the family. You used me as a friend. You used me as a lover, whatever, you know. And I stopped letting you do it. So you can think what you want about me, but at the end of the day, you're just projecting. Like somebody's mad at your success now. Or if it's a current situation, that is someone's letting go of now, or you're letting go of someone now, they're probably going to think this later, like, it will continue to unravel over time if this connection ends. I think it will. I think it will end because of you. I think it, well, not because of you, but because you get tired of it. You've had enough. It's enough. And, yeah, imagine what they're going to say about you in the future. You know what I mean? And then you'll be sitting back like, well, I thought you were happy. If you're so happy, why are you over there focused on me talking shit? Shouldn't you be happy? Although, no, because you're the scapegoat, right? It's just easier to have someone to blame for why their life is why it is right now. The way it is right now, it's easier to blame you. Well, my life is this way because you told that I was cheating on my husband. Or my life is this way because you walked away from me. Or my life is this way because you. And you're like, you're like a composer of music, like, bring me more shit, bring me more shit, blame me some more, blame me. Careful not to get too cold, to become too numb, to become too callous, because you've just dealt with nothing but callous ass, cold ass people. But you're the one that's got to have a heart and be constantly like letting, like, turn the other cheek. I'm gonna turn the other cheek. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn my fist up in your ass, like I'm turning the fuck away. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna let myself get to that point. I'm not gonna get angry to where I put myself in a situation that I can't get out of. I'm not gonna let myself lash out like I really want to. I'm not gonna let myself go down emotionally and physically because I'm stressed and worried about the situation. I'm not going to be the one that's held to a different standard than everybody else is held. Hell no. I'm not. I'm done. I'm done. You can be mad at me all day for being done, but you helped it get to this point. Like, some of you, if you're on the outside of this and you're like, this isn't resonating with me, you may look at someone like that. Like, at first, you know, you may have a hard time because you love them both, you know, and you're kind of like, but I think one of them, you're going to have to see that the reason they've gotten to where they are now is because they've been the scapegoat and they're tired of it. Imagine if you were the scapegoat all the time, blamed for everything. Some of you, it is you. In fact, I think the vast majority it is, and you've got someone here who's kind of in between because they love you and they love the other person, and they love you and they love the other person, and it's like, well, then you go ahead and keep them. You can keep them. Y'all can hang out and do everything. I think they need you a little more than me. I'll do it. I'll do just fine on my damn own, and I'll have less stress too, and I won't have to keep going back and resorting back and having all these like relapse of emotions because I'm dealing with somebody who's putting me through this shit. I'm done. Like, I'm actually done, and y'all can blame me because y'all gonna do it anyway. So do it. I don't give a shit, you know. And someone here getting to that point where it's like, I don't even care. I'll have less friends, less problems, less drama, less stress. And I mean, it is what it is. And if they come around eventually, cool. But I feel like there's a saying I read before. It's something like, I can forgive you 1,000,000 times, but I only trust once. Call me a bitch. Call me a bitch. Call me an asshole. I'm used to it. You know, it's like that, like someone here, you're so cold, but you feel alive. That's a rock song. I think it's a song called Cold, right? It's a song by Breaking Benjamin. It's called So Cold. You're so cold. Keep your hand in mine. Wise men wonder while strong men die. Show me how it ends. It's all right. Show me how defenseless you really are. Satisfied and empty inside. That's all right. Let's give this another try. It's like I'm tired. What's happening here is somebody got tired. If it's past tense, someone got tired. That's why you didn't hear from them again. Or vice versa. That's why someone didn't hear from you again, because someone got tired of it. I feel like it's done. If this is currently going on, I feel like when someone says they're done, they mean it. If you say you're done, I think you mean it. It's not because you don't love. It's because you do. That is love. Self-love. I love myself, and myself is not okay doing this back and forth type. It's one day we're fine and it's, you know, and the next day, no, it's too inconsistent for me. I'm done. I love you from afar. Goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to let go. 100%. You want your whatever, go do it. It is what it is. Show me how it ends. It's all right. You're so cold, but you feel alive. Yeah, someone's like, I don't even, like, is anything, was this even real? Did you ever even really love me? Like, and this is someone who can't even be mad about it. They're not even mad about it. You're not mad about it. A lot of you, I'm telling you, this is you. If this was in the past, you're not mad about it. You know? It's just something, like, lesson learned. You realized, if this is currently going on, you're going to realize, like, damn, I don't even know this person ever really loved me. And that's fine, but damn. I really believed it. But if they can let this drive a wedge between us, or if they can let them drive a wedge between us, or if they can let a drug or alcohol or all the fucking above, if they can let their ego or whatever, then what I'm questioning if this was ever real. If they can let another person or their family or whatever, everything and anything, then I really genuinely have a major question of, did you ever really love me? Did you ever really care? And I would say the answer to that is no, and it's not a painful thing when you realize that they can't. Somebody here can't care because they don't even care about themselves. They're cold to themselves, mummified. Don't you cry in this land of make-believe, dead and dry. See, it's not even real. It was never real. Maybe someone will appreciate you and love you once you're gone. How about that? You know? It's not to punish anyone. You didn't cut anyone off in the past, or if it's currently, you're not cutting anyone off or moving away from them emotionally to hurt them. That's manipulative. You're not doing that. You're actually done. You're like, look, like I'm feeding into a situation that it's actually nothing's coming out of it. Except for me losing my mind. You're tired. You're tired. You're drained. You were in the past tired, drained, and it's like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep ripping off the scab. I can't. Something has to give. I can't do this anymore. I love you, but I have to let you go. You know, I'm taking care of someone who, it's killing me by taking care of them. Now, it doesn't have to be the exact thing I'm saying where someone's like sabotaging themselves, hurting themselves, or they're dealing with people who are doing it, you know, and they're hanging around the wrong crowd, or it could just be, you know, you're giving into someone who, whether they can help it or not, some of them they absolutely can't. They don't even realize they're like not there mentally or something. It's cold. Who can't give back to you, and it will drain you. It will wear you down and take from you your essence, your life force in the end. You can't do that to yourself. Know your limits, know your boundaries, and exercise them. Some of you did that in the past. Again, if it's past tense, and people will get upset with that when you stand in your power, when you take your power back, when you quit doing something you were doing before, because it cuts off some type of supply for them. And it's painful, you know, but then sometimes when you cut off someone's supply, they end up waking up, but not always. Sometimes they don't wake up. Sometimes it's lost. And it's a learning lesson, and that's what you have to chalk it up to, and then you have to let go. And sometimes you don't get closure. Sometimes you have to give yourself closure. Otherwise, it'll eat you alive. Alright guys, thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.